Hello everybody, welcome to What Culture Gaming. I'm Scott, and did you know the golden joysticks are coming up very soon? The 41st version of the events are coming Friday, November 10th. You can vote using the link down in the description below for the ultimate game of the year, as well as the best leading performance and the best supporting performance as well. Now, the golden joysticks, people have sent across some incredible, already put together video packages comprising all of the games of the year so far, and all of the stuff comprising the actors and the supporting performers, etc. So we're going to run those down, and then we'll get back to breaking some certain things down and opinions I have on what might actually win game of the year. I have no insider baseball knowledge whatsoever, but I have played about 95% of the games that are going to be here. So let's dive into the packages that we have. Let's start with overall game of the year. Okay, we need to talk about the fact that Baldur's Gate 3 is going up against Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Starfield. It is ridiculous when you really start breaking down just how many ludicrous titles there have been this year. Next up is Best Lead Performance.
She was every waking moment was spent trying to shoulder the burden that you and the Phoenix and the Duchy foisted on him. That's why I became his shield.
No, it wasn't. What is this cage? How much did Sork offer you?
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we're all ripped to pieces along the way.
I got an idea! Oh, crap. Still angry after all these years, Marco? You should try yoga!
Well, at least he always tries to do the right thing.
Right.
Well, that's all that matters, right? He's always looked out for us. He couldn't help what happened.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not weird for me to want to find him, is it?
I need to check the general store for the heart. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Wake has a double. Where is he now? Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember.
You take the drones, I got the jet skis. Cool if I borrow this? 1, 2, 3, Allie!
Shout out to Ben Starr, shout out to Matthew Peretta coming back as Alan Wake, and shout out to Naji Jeter as Miles Morales in Spider-Man 2. I'm about 12 hours into that game as I record this, and already he's one of my favourite parts of the whole thing. Lastly, the best supporting performer.
Harry, it's MJ. I'm at an abandoned zoo in Jersey.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer. I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced or because this group is full of weirdos.
For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes.
Unnecessarily odd. A small, noisy pest with a bushy tail. You cannot imagine what purpose such a creature could possibly serve. You follow the squirrel's gaze to a pair of clumsy, ugly feet. Your own, on her territory.
No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way.
The moment I had the sword, I knew what to do. I knew this was why I came to this era. I want to restore the Master Sword and deliver it to Link.
I say betrayed, but I was sold out. Part of a deal. A peace offering. My head on a silver platter. All for a ceasefire. Peace comes at a price. Someone's always got to pay it.
Okay, reminder that you can follow the link in the description to vote for these things. I'm really curious what everybody goes for. The idea that we have so many different people to vote for, whether it be in the acting categories or so many games to vote for in that category, you know, putting it over to the audience overall, that's a fascinating way to go. The likes of the Game Awards tend to go off a critical pool that What Culture's been part of in the past as well, but I'm so curious what the average person overall votes for Game of the Year. Baldur's Gate 3 seems to be the thing that is taking the lead in regards to a positive conversation online across the year, but can something like Spider-Man 2, you know, get in there last minute? Can something like Starfield actually take it in the end? I'm super curious. The 41st Golden Joysticks will be hosted by Troy Baker, alongside guest presenters from the world of gaming, including actors Manon Gage, Maggie Robertson, and Neil Newborn. Elvira Bjorkman and Nicholas Hurtberg from band Two Feathers will also be there, alongside Gosha Matrega, executive producer of the new Witcher saga over at CD Projekt Red. The winners will be revealed in a global livestream from London on all major streaming platforms Friday, November 10th, 2023. You can watch on YouTube, Twitch, Steam, Facebook, and Twitter/X, as well as Games Radar, PC Gamer, and Tech Radar Gaming. As for those nominations, this is the most fascinating part. I haven't finished Baldur's Gate 3, but I am in Act 3, and I think that that is the most video game of the year so far. That's the thing that I've just got completely lost in, where every single person that I talk to about Baldur's, about the different paths that they took through the game, the different character paths, and the way that they've leveled up, the characters they've talked to, and the interactions they've had, everything is completely different. You know, shout out to the people who are playing through Baldur's Gate 3, who I will now annoy by saying that when I went through Act 2 and went into the Underdark, I completely missed the Low Light Tavern, or whatever the hell it's called. Shout out to Adam Strawn on the main What Culture channel, because he was losing his mind that I missed most of that stuff in Act 2, but the game course corrected and still managed to serve up all of the various plot points, all the different things that mattered anyway, which I think is only a testament to how incredible Larian's overall game design is, and how overall that game just has so many ways of reading your various interactions and your various paths and agency through that game. That's a phenomenal feat of game design. I think that's one of the most biggest takeaways for this whole thing. Like, yes, the likes of, you know, Starfield can be expansive and impressive for a new Bethesda IP, and yes, the likes of Alan Wake 2 and Spider-Man 2 can look absolutely gorgeous, Resident Evil 4 Remake as well, but sometimes you just need to look at the overall feat of game design that is present, the overall matrix of interworking, interactable elements that are there, and Baldur's Gate, at least for me, feels like the one that is a shoe-in in that regard. It feels like the most impressive game that we have, and I wonder if there'll be a Baldur's Gate sweep this year. Like, I wonder if that is one of those things where it takes best performance, best game, best art direction, best score, etc., etc. I mean, it really is the full package. The only thing in the way of it is the way that we control it. The fact that it is, you know, on the guts of it kind of feels like a PC game, that you're sort of piloting all these different, you know, portions of the game's UI kind of feel like a PC menu system overall, and that can be a bit off-putting or a bit hard to get used to. Even though when I talk to PC people about playing Baldur's on PS5, they are also horrified that you have to use radial wheels to select stuff and not do more of a mouse and cursor thing. So it's very hard for Larian to split the difference there, but I do feel like they have, providing you can get to grips with the way that game comes together. Also in here as another dark horse that's quite easy to forget because it came out many months ago, is Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, one of the most refined, impressive sets of physics and game mechanics, you know, in recent memory. Nintendo haven't really done anything like this, at all, and taking the Breath of the Wild model and adding all these different ways that you can mesh things together, come up with your own ways to solve puzzle solutions, make vehicles, make all this custom stuff, that in itself is super impressive as well. Very much a player-forward game. It's not holding your hand. It's just saying, look, here's some tools, here's some abilities, here's some ways of figuring these things out, and then get through it however you want. I always appreciate a game that can do that, and if we're talking about the best video game, not necessarily something rooted in cinematics or something that's rooted in holding your hand throughout, Zelda is one of the best games of all time. Like, it's very, very easy to point to that and have fun with it in a way that only video games can give you. Clearly, I could go on and on and on, and apologies for the state of my voice. I'm a very ill man right now, but I'm determined to talk about video games, damn it. And when we had the opportunity to cover the Golden Joysticks, they sent all this information across. Why not get out there and vote yourselves? Follow the link in the description below. Thank you very much for listening to me. I've been Scott from occult.com, and I'll catch you soon.